My Hometown, brought to you by Giuseppe Pizzeria. Bring home real pizzeria pizza taste. Bring home Giuseppe by Dr. Oetker.
As Ontario's easternmost city, Cornwall has had a unique hockey history. The Cornwall Royals had strong roots in both Ontario and Quebec.
Cornwall was in the Ontario League draft, but they played in the Quebec League, and so our team was made up of players that got picked out of Ontario, and we all headed down to Cornwall.
I really wasn't too aware of their program before I was drafted there, and then all of a sudden I realized, hey, this is a pretty good junior program, and then I said, this might be a good fit for me.
Despite boasting a roster that would produce 9 NHL players, the Cornwall Royals were underdogs heading into the 1980 QMJHL playoffs.
Sherbrooke had a real strong team. There were some teams in the Q that were real good. We weren't supposed to be that team that got there.
We beat Shawinigan in the first round in 7-game series. It was touch and go, but we found a way to get through it. And then the second series, we played Guy Carbonneau and Chicoutimi. We knocked them off. Now we were playing Sherbrooke in the finals, and they were the overwhelming favorites.
Once we got rolling, the building was sold out pretty much every night, and a lot of passion in the Cornwall Royals fan. I remember one night, the refs weren't really giving us any breaks. The refs came out for the third period, and I guess all the fans, there was a big snowstorm, everybody went and got a snowball and started pelting the refs. So, they were pretty passionate about the game.
The passion would be rewarded as the Royals captured the Quebec Championship and headed to Regina for the Memorial Cup tournament.
Peterborough was the best team at that Memorial Cup, and we just played the game of our lives. A guy that I don't think had scored a goal in the playoffs, certainly, and maybe not even in the regular season. Robert Savard went end-to-end in overtime to score the game-winning goal for us.
And Savard winds up for Cornwall, coming up to center, over the Peterborough line. Savard still has it. Savard at the side, moving in front of shot. Savard gets the winning goal, and the Cornwall Royals win the Memorial Cup.
When we won, it was so unpredicted that the town went crazy.
We flew back from Regina back to Montreal, the airport in Montreal, and there had to be 20, 30 busloads of people waiting for us in school buses, and we had a big parade all the way back to Cornwall.
People lined up the 401, so once you crossed the Ontario border, it was just wall-to-wall people.
Going down the highway with a bus load of people, it was like right out of Slapshot.
With the championship under their belt, the Royals roster lost some key players, but added a budding superstar in their quest to repeat as champions.
We had another young superstar come in and play for us, Doug Gilmour. So that was another really big piece of our group.
Our leader at that time was Dale Hawerchuk. We had Scott O'Neill. The captain was Marc Crawford. We had some good players, and it was fun to be a part of.
As Memorial Cup champions, the Royals represented Canada at the World Junior Championship in Germany. They would be the last club team to do so.
It was obviously an exciting time to play against some of the elite players in the world.
The Russians were outstanding. We were leading against the Russians 2-1 and had a 5-on-3. And they scored against us when they were 3 guys against our 5, and that kind of sent the game the other way.
That year I was one of the top-rated guys to go in the draft, and I remember playing against the Russian team and thinking, wow, I got a long way to go if I want to be the first overall pick. And it almost pushed myself into a whole nother work ethic, and I think it rubbed off on our whole team that said, hey, we're good, but we got a ways to go if we want to be at the top.
It was a lot of fun, and again, going with a team that you're working towards to go to that Memorial Cup again, and I think that really benefited a lot of guys.
The disappointment of the World Juniors didn't linger as the Royals regrouped and brought home a second straight Memorial Cup. Sadly, the Royals would move to Newmarket in 1992, but the memories live on.
We had a group of guys that really cared and really wanted to compete, and made it a special 2 years.
They had a great hockey team, and my experience in Cornwall was phenomenal. 3 great years there.
Some outstanding times where that rink in Cornwall was rocking, and we had it full. They had to bring in extra seats, extra bleachers, because everybody wanted to see us play, and great memories.
My Hometown, brought to you by Giuseppe Pizzeria. Bring home real pizzeria pizza taste. Bring home Giuseppe by Dr. Utker.